Hey guys, welcome to my channel. I'm Greg. I am going to go over a coin and update Kadena, that what I think possibly can go on. Kadena is something that, what is it, Ryan Mon is not talking about as much anymore, or there's just not much fanfare about Kadena right now because, well, it's not going up, it's going down, and nobody's interested in it. Okay. So I'm going to go over the overall picture with Kadena with you guys and take a look at that. But first, we have to look at key ingredients of the market, which is way more important probably than Kadena right now, because Kadena is not going to go anywhere until this is done, which is the DXY. Okay. There's a lot of mixed signals right now in the markets, guys, but the DXY is just losing its strength. So I'm paying attention to see did the DXY is down here to swing back up, to swing back down again. Not sure. It's kind of what I'm looking for with the DXY. There's mixed signals. It's really not putting off the strength that once was to make this trek up to 116. The 10-year notes. I want to pay attention to 10-year notes because 10-year notes keep going up and up and up. You can pretty much be assured that the stock market is just going to go down. But the good news is the 10-year notes, they're in a topping pattern. I'm just paying attention to this, wondering if this is the area where 10-year notes are going to top out in this area, this 4.1. I was thinking you can see this is a lower time frame, 45-minute chart. You want to be careful of using divergences on lower time frames. They can easily be taken out real quick. So I'm going to show you divergence on a 45-minute chart. That does not mean that this is in a topping pattern, okay? You have to check it on the daily, 3-day, 1 week, too. Those are stronger divergences. On the 45-day chart, this can easily be taken out. I just want to let you know that, but I'm just kind of paying attention to it on the 45-minute chart to see if this is a topping pattern. You can see how it went up into this wave, and then all this over here in the RSI, it's higher up here, but it's all lower down here in the RSI, making a bunch of bearish divergence on the 10-year note. So possible topping pattern. The SPX or the S&P 500 down. It went up on this leg, and this is be expected to correct this leg. So it's not doing anything surprising to me at all. So I expect it could actually go down a lot lower, down to 35.60 or something like that. GBTC, patiently waiting to see what is it going to do. It's in this descending wedge on GBTC. I'm actually paying attention more to GBTC than I am Bitcoin, guys. And it's this here. So I'm just patiently waiting to see, is it going to be making a move like this, another move? So down here, back up, and then back down like that. And if that's the case, if GBTC is going to make a move from here down to here, then Bitcoin will make a move from here down, back down to here, okay? So there's mixed signals going on right now. Mixed signals. DXY, is it topping? It's kind of like, kind of shaking my hand back and forth a little bit. Not really too sure yet. It's definitely in a topping pattern. 10-year notes topping. So where does that leave us with Kadena? At the end of the day, Kadena. Now, early on, when Kadena was over here, I had an initial price target of about 90 cents, 92 cents. I'm still not going to rule that out. On top of this wave over here, this area right here, right on top of that area, is a potential for Kadena to land, okay? Now, I'm trying to look at it in a objective manner. Now, the only bullish signals that Kadena has right now, until it takes that out, is this bullish divergence right here on, what is this, a weekly chart. So Kadena has bullish divergence right there. So the only bullish signal that it has is that it's slowing up in momentum here, finishing something up in this area. Whether it ends at $1.09, what is this, $1.20 more or less, and it's going to drop down there, it could. And if it drops down there, then it takes out that divergence like so, okay? Looking at the corrections that it did, okay, so I decided to investigate this a little bit closer. This is an 86% drop, went up onto a wave. This is an 83% drop, went up onto this massive wave, and this is a 96% drop, okay? Now on the weekly, on this weekly chart with Kadena, what we have based on the RSI is a wave up, corrected it, another wave back up. These are massive blasts. These are blasts with Kadena. You take the date. This is 11 January to 5 April. So 3 months, blast, corrected it. And then this is 19 July 21 to November. So no, July, August, September, October, November. So a 5-month blast. The best I can discern out of this is that Kadena down here is correcting that leg. So this from this leg, if you take this whole leg, it's corrected it more or less about 80%, 90% onto that leg. And in the RSI, you can see it's even deeper. So on this weekly chart, here's another bullish signal, if you will, as you have this right here. Okay. Telling you that more than likely it is getting ready to do another wave over here at some point. How long is it going to be in this area? But there's going to be a wave over there. So you see higher in price, lower in the RSI. It's getting ready, boom, to do that. That's another signal. There's bearish signals all over this too. So you want to be careful with Kadena right now. So, and what I mean by careful is that what's the probability of a drop? Probably pretty good, possibly, just because some of the other altcoins are not getting much attention, are a little bit weaker. So like Sandbox, for example, or Amana, or some other coins are out. Phantom is another good example. Phantom, it just look, there's not a lot of people using the chain on Phantom. There's not a lot of people using really Polkadot. You know, they're kind of weaker, unlike other coins. If you want to make comparison, would be as far as price action is like a Matic or a Solana as an example. So, you know, you could have potentially another 35% drop, okay, in this area. Now, I'm not saying it's going there, but that there's a really good probability that it could do that, guys. So just to let you know, and it's just missing a fifth wave. Unless somehow this right here, it's counting that. I don't think so. I looked at this. I'm like, okay, maybe it's counting this as some like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I don't think so. I think it's 1, 2, 3, and this 4, and it's missing a fifth wave. It's going to rip that off. And as you can see with Kadena, guys, when it goes, it rips. So like if you're here and you're like, oh, I'm just going to wait for it to go bullish, like right over here. I'm going to wait for it to go bullish. And look, you can't even get in until it went up. You know, basically you're waiting for a correction. It went up 260, 270% before you got in, only to ride that up to correct all the way back down here, lower than where you entered in over there. So as you can see, Kadena will be, if it's going to be moving like that, it's going to be difficult over here possibly to get in. So if you're really about the coin, do I think it can make another move like this? Boom. Yes, I can. Probably somewhere near those all-time highs, it can make another move up there like that, in my opinion. If perhaps the crypto market is going bullish, obviously. Bitcoin and Ethereum, everything goes bullish. Otherwise, it could be a long wait in this area, a long wait of whether accumulation or, you know, just slightly DCAing in or whatever you want. I have a little bit of Kadena around. I bought some in, I would say the $1.20, $1.30 area, and just pick some up just in case, boom, that happens. That's why I actually have a little bit sitting in where do I have it? Over on KuCoin or something like that. Have some sitting over there just in case something like that happens, you know, because I just know with Kadena, if it's just going to more likely it's going to rip, and then you can just miss it, and then you're like, oh, I can't get in. Kind of like another example of a coin I'm looking at, which is Injective Protocol. Looking at it and trying to find an entry into it, it keeps going, and then I'm like, okay, let me wait for the correction, and then the correction, sometimes they never come with cryptocurrencies. That's the issue with them. All right, guys, that's the end of my video update on Kadena. If you made it all the way to the end, do me a huge favor, drop a like, hit the subscribe button. Peace.